Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We have seen a little bit of movement yesterday into the 17,150 region. We got rejected. We are back in this descending channel here. So let's first take a look at the overall Bitcoin chart on the 4-hour chart, just to highlight what my higher level view still is. So for Bitcoin, my view is and has been that from the high here, back in August at 25.2k, we're coming down in an ABC pattern in a wave 5. There's also a way to count this as a 5-wave move, so don't get hung up on that. But the idea is we are in an ending diagonal in a wave 5, and that this is an A, B, C pattern. Or let me just do that again. A, B, C pattern. We are in the C wave. 1, 2, 3, now the 4 and the 5, making one more lower low. I think that is quite likely. I'm going to assume one more low until the market shows us clear 5 waves to the upside. It hasn't done that yet. Until I see that evidence in the market, my view will be that we are going to make one more low. And interestingly, all those indicators, Bitcoin indicators, they so far have failed, and we talked about the hash ribbon indicator before. Always been a bit skeptical, but you know, in this bear market, a lot of these have failed. We talk about the rainbow chart, hash ribbon indicator, and I think a lot of these more, well, let's say fundamental, those Bitcoin indicators, they will need adjusting after this bear market, which is what they always do. They come up with an indicator and then they change it. If it doesn't work. So, because obviously the hash ribbon indicator is an indicator that showed now a few times before the absolute bear market low. When it flashed this time, Bitcoin made a new low. Yeah. Good thing is that we focused on one more low. Yeah, it was our plan. We got that new low here on the 9th of November. Reasons don't matter. What matters is that the market did it. It's written into the chart, and I believe it would have happened anyway, not only related to FTX. Maybe not in that strength, maybe not on that day, but it would have happened anyway. The mess that Bitcoin created here, we talked about that. It was just a warning that another dip would occur. So we are now, if we zoom in this structure here, that I see as a 4th wave. So the wave 4 that I just mentioned on the 4-hour chart, we now go to the 1-hour chart. It is a corrective structure. The move off the low here could become just a corrective wave. It currently looks impulsive, but it could become a corrective wave. I did say that before. At the moment, I see this as an A, B, C structure. So the whole thing is corrective. And I'm going to treat it as a corrective wave until the market proves that it's doing 5 waves and is holding support, right? So let me explain. At the moment, this is my view, ABC. I assume we are in a C wave to the upside. There are only a couple of scenarios here that make sense in my opinion. In this C wave to the upside, there is there's a couple of ways how the micro count can work out. I'm not going to show you all these ways. It would just confuse you. But there's 2 main ways. First way is that I count this as a 5-wave move to the upside in a C wave that we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and that we are not finished yet with this 3rd wave. I think that's my primary expectation, and it hasn't changed. There is a way where I say, okay, we had a top in place here, and that actually, yes, this is unchanged, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that in this wave 3 in yellow, we have really only just done a wave 1, and we are coming down in a wave 2 of 3. We would move up in a wave 3 of 3. There will be a wave 4 of 3 and a wave 5 of 3. Eventually that would push us much higher and would be a bit more bullish. But until we break the yellow support box here, I'm not going to entertain that idea too much, because this is the support box for this blue wave 4. And as you can see, we have really only just reached, I believe it was the 38.2% fib level. at 16.8k, which is the ideal target for a wave 4. So from here we could start to rally in the wave 5 of 3. Yeah, no problem. And it might be that we've already started that in a small 1-2 setup of 5. So just to highlight that, I did highlight here, is a more substantial top in place. I don't necessarily believe that anymore. That was a warning. I will move that higher. The reason is that the move off the high is corrective, which indicates we should get one more high. We should get one more high. What I can't tell you, if we get the high after holding wave 4 support, or if this is, as I said, a 1-2 setup and we come down a bit lower before we see another high. But this is not an impulsive move down, so it would suggest that we are holding support and we see at least one more high here. Yeah, so generally the short-term trend is still up. We can use this structure as well, this yellow 5-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to judge if a more substantial low has been made, if Bitcoin has made the bear market low, because it could very well be that here on the 21st of November, when we came down to 15.5k, Bitcoin has concluded the bear market. It's made a low and we're now in an uptrend. But what we need to see then is 5 waves up, and after these have been done, into the region between 18 to 19k, an ABC structure down. If in this ABC structure down we are holding support somewhere between the 50 and the 78.6% fib retrace, then we can assume with greater confidence that Bitcoin's low is in. Yeah, but until then, until I see this, my view will be that Bitcoin is going to make one more low in a wave 5, because this is the wave 4 in a larger ABC pattern, and we come down in a wave 5. So hope that's clear. So we use the 5-wave structure and the 3-wave structure, which could happen afterwards, as tool to measure if Bitcoin's low has already been made. At the moment, there's no way of telling. Yeah, at the moment, there's no way of telling. But yeah, we are, we are continue, I think, to push higher here. It could be a boring weekend, a typical Friday fashion. We haven't seen a lot yesterday, and also here in typical Saturday mood. Yeah, we're just moving sideways. You often find a wave 4 on a weekend. That's quite interesting. So it could very well be that this is still the wave 4, as I said, and we're just waiting here for a breakout or into, oops, didn't want to move that, into wave 5 of 3. And maybe to finish off the video, can give you a target for that. To do that, we measure the length of the wave 1 down there. So let me just do that. Blue wave 1, yeah, we measure the target and then we go to the low of the wave 4, and the target would be 17,370. That's one way of measuring it. The 1.618 extension, 17,370, wave 5 in blue. Or, and that's the other way of measuring it, there are just different ways of how targets are measured. The other one is, and we take the length of the yellow wave 1, we go to the low of the wave 2, and then we get the target for the wave 3 in yellow, and that would take us to 18.1k. So these are all viable ways of calculating a target. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.